We've all been there. That sinking feeling in your gut when you open your banking app, squinting at the screen, hoping the number is higher than you remember. For most people, money is a source of constant, low-level static in the back of the brain. It's a series of micro-calculations. Can I grab this lunch? If I pay this bill today, will the rent check clear on Friday? We are told by the financial elite that the goal is $1 million. They say you haven't made it until you're sitting on a mountain of cash. But that's a lie that keeps people stuck. The truth is, there is a much smaller, much more attainable number that acts as a breakout point for your entire life. That number is $20,000. Now, $20,000 isn't retire on a beach money, but it is the exact moment the physics of your life change. It's the moment you stop playing defense and start playing offense. Today, I want to break down why this specific milestone is the ultimate game changer, not just for your bank account, but for your psychology, your career, and your freedom. The physics of the first $20,000. Building wealth is like trying to get a massive steam engine moving. When the train is at a dead stop, it takes an incredible amount of energy just to move it 1 inch. You're burning coal, the pistons are screaming, and you're barely crawling. This is the stage most people stay in forever. They save a little, a car tire pops, and they're back to zero. But $20,000 is where the wheels finally start to turn on their own. Think about the math of the gap. If you're saving $500 a month, getting to that first $20,000 feels like a marathon. It's roughly 40 months of saying no to vacations, no to the new iPhone, and no to dining out. It's grueling. The second $20,000 arrives much faster than the first. Why? Because for the first time in your life, you aren't working alone. Your money has joined the team. If that first 20K is invested, it's generating its own returns. It's like hiring a second version of yourself who works 24/7, never sleeps, and never asks for a raise. By the time you're aiming for $100,000 or $500,000, your money is doing more of the heavy lifting than you are. But you never get to that automatic phase if you don't hit the $20,000 mark first. The death of survival mode. The most profound change isn't in your ledger, it's in your nervous system. When you have $0 in the bank, your brain is in survival mode. Biologically, your prefrontal cortex shuts down when you're stressed about survival. You become reactive. You take the job you hate because you have no choice. You tolerate the boss who disrespects you because you're one missed paycheck away from the street. $20,000 is the off switch for survival mode. When you have a year's worth of basic expenses tucked away, the static in your brain goes quiet. You stop asking, how do I survive this month? And you start asking, where do I want to be in 5 years? This shift from reactive to proactive is the single greatest competitive advantage you can have in the modern economy. Negotiating from a position of power. Let's talk about your career. Most people are soft negotiators because they're desperate. If you need a job to pay rent on the first, you have zero leverage. You'll accept the lower salary. You'll say yes to the weekend work. But when you have $20,000 in liquid cash, you possess something most of your coworkers don't, the power to walk away. This isn't about being arrogant. It's about the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you don't need them as much as they think you do. When you aren't afraid of being fired, you actually become a better employee. You speak up in meetings, you take risks, you pitch the bold ideas. Ironically, by having the money to quit, you often become so valuable that your company starts paying you to stay. Wealthy people don't get raises because they need them, they get raises because they have the leverage to demand them, seeing the world in opportunity instead of cost. When you're broke, every expense is a threat. A broken refrigerator is a tragedy. A wedding invitation is a financial burden. Once you cross the $20,000 threshold, your eyes begin to adjust to a different light. You start seeing opportunity cost. You stop obsessing over the $4 latte, which, let's be honest, won't make you poor, and you start obsessing over the big wins. Instead of thinking, how can I save $2 on this grocery bill, you start thinking, if I invest this $5,000 into a new certification or a small side business, what is the ROI? You move from a scarcity mindset to an investment mindset. You begin to realize that money is just a tool, like a hammer or a saw. If it's sitting in a drawer or you don't have it, it's useless. But once you have enough of it to actually build something, the world becomes a playground of potential projects. The trap of lifestyle creep. Here is the danger zone. Many people get to $5,000 or $10,000, feel that first hit of relief, and immediately celebrate by sabotaging themselves. They see the growing balance and think, I've been working so hard, I deserve that new truck payment. This is where the middle class trap springs shut. They trade their newfound freedom for a monthly liability. They take that $20,000, which was supposed to be their escape pod, and use it as a down payment on a lifestyle that requires them to work even harder. If you want to be truly wealthy, you have to treat that first $20,000 as sacred. It is the seed. If you eat the seed, you'll never have the orchard. You have to be willing to look boring or average for a little while longer so that you can be extraordinary later. The invisible divide. There is an invisible line in society. On one side are the people who are controlled by money, people who spend their best years trading their health and time for pieces of paper just to stay afloat. And on the other side are the people who control their money, people who use those same pieces of paper to buy back their time and health. The gate to that second side is $20,000. It's the amount that proves you have discipline. It's the amount that proves you can delay gratification. It's the amount that buys you your first real breath of fresh air, your next step. If you're at zero, don't look at the $1,000,000 mountain. It's too far away. It'll only discourage you. Look at the $20,000 hill. Focus on that first $1,000, then the first $5,000. Every dollar you save above that threshold is more than just currency. It's a minute of freedom you've bought back for your future self. It's a no you can say to a toxic situation. It's a yes you can say to a dream opportunity. Stop playing the game by everyone else's rules. Hit that $20,000 mark and watch how the world starts to open up for you. Because once you change your bank account, you change your mind. And once you change your mind, you change your life.